Sukhaya dukkho pashamaya bhoga Sukhaya janati vimuddha ceta Tanyeva dukkhani punah sukhani Janati vidvana vimuddha ceta Yanam citto matra gatascha dehaha Dehe pichanyah purusho nivishtaha Mamattvamurvyanna yatha tathasmi Dehepi matram vatamudharosha Shuddhosi buddhosi niranjanosi Samsara maya parivarjitosi Samsara swapnam tyajamoha nidra Mandala sullabhavajabhogam Shuddhosi buddhosi niranjanosi Samsara maya parivarjitosi Samsara maya
Very nice, very nice. Thank you. We should have every day like this. Whenever there is a class, we'll have that this type of chanting, okay? And today After listening to this type of thing, what is there to talk? Anyway. But today, we shall talk. What shall we talk? For a change, can we say unhappiness, misery? No. Yesterday, somebody asked me a very nice question. He said, Swamiji, how are you going to celebrate yesterday? That means 20th of March. I said, why? What happened? What is special about it? He said, because yesterday was International Happiness Day. Do you know about it? Nobody knows. I said, why? What is special today? He said, it is International Happiness Day. I said, really? Because we have heard so many different things we have heard, right? Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Martyrs' Day, Yoga Day, recently Yoga Day, but I had not heard about International Happiness Day. Even if some people suppose I have started it, think friends, how shall we celebrate International Happy Day? In International Yoga Day, there will be thousands of people doing stretchings and twistings and whatever, asanas, postures, all around the world. They will be doing it. There is something to do. International, let us say, Holi, the colorful day. So everybody will start throwing colors on each other. That way you can celebrate. International Vegetarian Congress, uproot all the trees, pluck all the leaves and flowers and eat it, no problem. International Non-Vegetarian Congress, oh God, let's not talk about it. International Sweet Chocolate Day, you can have all the chocolate. But if you say International Happy Day, what should you do? Just think. In International Happy Day, what should you do? Because happiness is not something like a doing. Doing happiness. Let us do happiness. What is doing happiness? Are you getting that point? There is nothing called a doing happiness. There is nothing called a doing happiness. Let's swim. Let's swim and be happy. Let's climb and be happy. Let us eat and be happy. So people organize activities for happiness. But there is nothing called doing happiness. Are you getting that point, please? Let's do yoga. Can we say, let's do happiness now? Happiness is not something which is doing. Anything going on? No, it doesn't matter, but it's working, no? देखो ना. Hello? The simple, see, this is what exactly happiness is all about. Silence, here the working is all along there. You are not switching it on. What should you do? For silence you cannot do anything, but the machine that is going to... Are we struggling for amplifying the silence, or you are struggling for amplifying the noise? Silence you cannot amplify. Think of it. Silence you cannot amplify. Sensation you can amplify. Sensations you can amplify. Sound, million kinds. Touches, oh God, million kinds. Sights, what all varieties. And how can you improve upon it, add to it. Tastes, you can improve upon it. smell, fragrance. Too many types of fragrance you can, French fragrance, this, that, you can, Arabian perfumes of Arabia, you can do anything you like. But there is no question of amplifying the silence. Sensations you can amplify. Sensation you can create. Happiness you can neither create nor can you amplify. You understand? So International Happiness Day is a habitual extension of many, many different things. Father's Day, Mother's Day, Brother's Day, Lover's Day, Husband's Day, Wife's Day, any day you can put it up, no problem. Like a sports minister, politician. He had been invited for a college sports event. The days where all the children will be given different types of prizes and all that. But for the benefit of in order to respect and the honor of the sports minister, they had kept one particular competition on that day to be performed right in the presence of the minister. So there were two football teams. They were playing about football. They were playing because it's only for 45 minutes instead of 1.5 hours, 45 minutes. And then game is over and the minister is supposed to address the gathering. And what it is, in a typical political style, as you say, we should have more and more schools must be open, more and more colleges must be open, more and more roads must be open, more and more shopping centers must be open, more and more hospitals must be open. He said, I am really disappointed. There are only 2 teams in the final. Next year onwards, we should have more and more teams in the final. How fantastic. And also he said, I'm really sorry to see that 24 people running around one ball. We shall provide 23 more balls. Now what type of football game is that, where 24 people are playing with 24 balls? So more and more happiness. What is this more and more happiness? You can have more and more sensation. There is no more and more happiness. That is why nowadays the style is happiness quotient. Who is the happiest country in the world? For the last 3-4 years, that Finland is the happiest country in the world. Take their things that is making them happy and see how happy they are. They will be so miserable, suppose this COVID starts going there. They will be so miserable if the economy completely goes down. Because for most people, understand friends, let's not be mad, let's not be insane. Happiness is not something to be done. Oh, how shall we celebrate the happiness day? Let us have a feast so that we can be happy. Let's have a dance so we can be happy. Let's have a music so we can be happy. Let us drink, we can be happy. Let us go around, go climb a mountain, hiking. That's not happiness. Those are all activities. In our tradition, something most beautiful is there. This Sanatana Dharma, this human tradition is something Mahadeva. So mind-boggling. If you really grasp it, you can't get lost in this small little parochial, limited worldview. Impossible. Temple they talk about. Why do we build a temple? Because for the sake of the gods. Think. As though the god is homeless, you have to put a temple for the god. It's like Mahadeva showing little light to the sun. What can you do? Because the person cannot grasp that the concept of the God, because he doesn't understand himself, And therefore a temple tradition is created, a particular form is given, created, so that it can remind you of the Ishvara. In what way? Please. While talking about temple, Agama, that Mandira Agama, the temple Agama, that temple architecture, beautiful they talk about. There is a difference between, I think many times, sometimes back I told you, there is a difference between building a temple and being a temple. Building a temple and being a temple. Anybody can build a temple. Stones, rocks, bricks, mud, thatch, anything. Gold, golden. You can do anything. You can build a temple. There is a difference between building a temple and being a temple. You, the individual, your own physical body doesn't become a temple. It is a temple. Why? Like when you put a prisoner, you call this place as the prison. When you put a statue, you make that structure a god, a temple. Just simple idea. If you put a statue, some god statue or whatever, special, you call it as a temple. So wherever there is a god, that is the statue is there, the god is there, the temple is there. Now if the same truth, the God is in each person, in and through everything, every little walking human body, animal, tree, even an atom, where the truth is inherent, everything becomes a temple. Is everything not becomes, is a temple. Everything is a temple. It has become my residence because I say this is me. We have converted temples to our ordinary residence. Wisdom is to consider this ordinary residence as the abode of God. Deha devalaya proktaha dehi devo maheshwara. Deha devalaya proktaha. The physical body itself is the abode of God. Why? How the infinity can ever stay away from the finite? Please try. Try to move away from the space. Try to move away from space. Can you ever walk out of space? Can you build a temple for space, in space? If space is all pervasive God, just take and think of it. What type of structure you shall put in the space for the space? You cannot escape being the space. You cannot escape being the God, being the divine, the absolute, Ishvara. That is why the tradition, Ishavashyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Jagatyam itkanjit jagat. In this universe, whatever the creation is, whatever little, Abrahma stamba paryantam, Brahmadi pipilika paryantam, beginning from this inert pillar to the most conscious creator, Brahmadi pipilika paryantam, beginning from the creator, the total, the macrocosm, to ant, A-N-T, Erumbu. Everything is nothing but the manifestation of the same divine, the absolute. Because all pervasive cannot stay away from a place. Think. There is no infinity, and this morning before coming I wrote down a beautiful statement. Infinity is not a variety. There can be infinity varieties in infinity, but the infinity is not a variety. It is one without a second. So wherever that Ishvara is, it is temple. And where it is not? In and through everything. So everything is first divine, first it is limitless, first it is infinity, first it is immortal. Then looking at from the standpoint of the physical body, the perceptible universe, your sounds, your touches, your thoughts, then you shall call it as the Jagat, as though Jayate, born, Gacchati, changing, in between Tishtati iva, as though existing for some time. So when you say Ishvara, please, every place is a temple. Everything is divine. The struggle is not to make the human being divine. The struggle is not to make the mundane divine, which you cannot. There is no becoming. You cannot make a finite infinity. To discover the infinity in finite. How beautiful. You cannot miss it. How can you make a finite infinity? Infinity cannot be created. Cannot be created. It is something already, infinite means it has no finitude, no limitation of time and place. Available at all times, available at all places. In and through everything it is existing. How can anybody or anything be away from the touch of the divine? That is why that so beautiful, that chanting you said that the baby is crying. And that baby, Manda Alasa, Manda Alasa. Alasa means what? Where the Alasa means ignorance, laziness. Laziness is a symbol of ignorance. Manda, gone. The awakened mother is reminding the crying child. The child doesn't cry. Whoever cries is a baby. You can cry out of pleasure, you are wise. But if you are crying out of pain and misery, you are a baby. Because there is absolutely no reason to be miserable in life. Understand, friends. Limitation shall continue. Death and disaster, changes shall, nobody can ever escape. But that little death, change, limitation can no way take away the limitless that you are. How can a house limit the limitless space? Is it Einsteinian logic, or you say cannot understand? How can any ornament limit the gold? Gold is gold. Space is space. Your being is your being, who you are, which is all-pervasive. So there, Devalaya Prakta, this physical body is the abode of God, because in it is inherent the reality, the absolute. And that exactly, if you want to say that, you cannot do God. Can you do a God? You can be God. You can be divine. You cannot do a divine. Doing a divine is what? Pretending to put up a dress. Holy words, holy action, that is your pretension. You think the God is in this beautiful statue. In the ugliest of the thing also, God is existing. Are you getting that point, please? Space has no such limitation that it shall be through only the beautiful roses. The silence has no such discrimination that it shall be only with the beautiful flute music. But if it is a rowdy noise and there is a lot of the train sounds are coming up, or the siren is making noise, the silence will be destroyed. No! Infinity has no discrimination to stay away from something ugly. Holy people will stay away from the unholy because they have divided the universe. Divinity doesn't deny itself to anybody. Antarvahicha tatsarvam vyapya narayana stitah. Antascha vyapya, bahishcha vyapya, yat stitah tat narayana. Pervading within and without, that which is existing, you want to call it a name? Narayana. Narashyayam naram tesham ayanam. That which is belongs, that which is in and through every individual. You can celebrate International Indians Arrival Day, American Arrival Day, International Male Day, Female Day, Wives Day, understand? International Yoga Day, International Democracy Day. You can do, listen friends, anything you can do that. How will you say, think of it, how will you say International Creation Day? Listen carefully. There is a personal identity, so there is a personal celebration. Regional identity, regional celebration. Personal identity is you. Your marriage anniversary you can celebrate. Your birth anniversary you can celebrate. Surely you can't celebrate your own death anniversary. You cannot. Okay? Your personal marriage anniversary, birth anniversary, college graduation day, unemployed day, divorce day, whichever you want to celebrate, you can do that. Personal thing, you can do that. Very personal. Everybody is not a part of it. Regional. In your region, suppose in Tamil Nadu, there is Jallikattu. They put that, what is the boys, the oxen and the bullocks and all that into all that fighting, and you can do that. Or somebody can do that bullfight in Spain, they can do that. Regional celebrations you can possible. Listen carefully, friends. There can be national celebration. Victory over some country, or the defeating some country, or throwing out the colonialist, or the punishing the colonialist. You can celebrate that also. International Day also you can do for the all people, international. But international is also limited because it is international. It is not interplanetary. You cannot have that. Now please tell me, sir, happiness, is it a personal thing? Is it a regional thing? Does it have a national consideration? Nationality consideration? International consideration? Or is it a universal consideration? Universal. It's not necessary that only you have to be in planet Earth to be happy. You can go to Mars, you can go to other planets, other systems, other galaxies. You carry your happiness with yourself. That's something, please listen friends, that's something which nobody can leave behind while traveling is universal. Where are your homes? Where are your all dresses? Can you carry all your dresses all everywhere? That is local. Your dresses local, your food local, your house local, your husband, your wife, your child, your father, your mother, your friends, local. You can't carry them everywhere. Everybody will be left behind. You cannot carry them everywhere. You cannot carry, think friends, you cannot carry all your experiences everywhere. Memories can come. All your memories cannot be carried everywhere all times. But consciousness cannot be left behind even for a second. Are you getting that point, please? Consciousness, yourself cannot be left behind even for a... What nonsense! What moment! Cannot be left behind. That is the only thing which shall be universal. And it is not something a doing. So this International Happiness, If somebody is, I am not being critical. No, friends. You, in some name or other, if you are remembering it, thank God for it. Which most of the time always miserable, that day your International Happiness Day. Like on the International Yoga Day, you do some stretchings. Rest of the day, biggest stomach on the earth. No problem. Very good. You can seesaw. That is also yoga. You put your stomach there and it's fantastic yoga, isn't it? Think of it. So International Husband's Day only she has a husband, Mother's Day she is a mother, Wife's Day is a wife, rest of the day somebody's husband, somebody's wife, somebody's child. International Lovers Day only love, rest of the day fight, kill. Okay, these are things are done so that the dunce remembers at least that day, he is my friend or my brother or whatever it is. Imagine, if the whole world, 8 billion people have to celebrate something, what should they be, how will they be celebrating the happiness day? Not by doing happiness, by being happiness. And to be the happiness, you cannot do anything, because you are the happiness, the absolute. That is the difference between doing a temple, building a temple, and being a temple. Build a temple means brick, mortar, and it's done it exactly like the building, just like a physical body. That is why in the temple shastra, the base of the temple is known as the pada. The side of the temple known as the parshva, hasta. Then the top of the temple is known as the shirsha, the head, just like a human body. Shirsha, the head, pada, the basement, parshva, the hasta, the right side, both the sides, garbhagriha, where the statue, the deity is installed. Garbhagriha. So in this shirsha, pada, hasta, call it in your heart, call it in your mind, in your thought, whatever it is, hridaya kuhara madhye kevala brahmamatram, in the heart of, in your heart, in your mind, in your thoughts, in and through everything. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hruddesha Arjuna tishtati. Hey Arjuna, whatever is inherent in you all, at all times, all places, all conditions. What is that something inherent me in me all the time? My wealth is outside. Listen, friends. My wealth is outside. In that wealth, this body, if you say this body is the owner of the wealth, the body is not inherent in the wealth, because when your body goes, everybody takes that. Your physical body cannot go into the level of your thought. It's an object of your thought. Your physical body is just not a thought. So when you move yourself into the thought level, your body is left behind, your world is left behind. And you move from your thought to I thought. Other thoughts are left behind. From the I thought, a thought, like any thought, I thought also, can't be seen by your eyes, heard by your ears, tasted by your tongue, touched by your fingers, smelt by your nose. But you can still be aware of it, conscious of it. So you are there to be aware of your thought. To be aware of your thought, you don't need your father, your mother, your brother, your husband, your wife, your child, your dog to sniff it out. You don't need any electronic gadget, you don't need anything whatsoever. Consciousness always there. Ishvara sarva bhutanam buddhasya. Hey Arjuna, name it God if you like, name it Ishvara if you like, name it truth if you like, name it consciousness like Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaneti Sabdyate. That is yourself. All the time you are with yourself, Ishvara exists. So, naturally therefore, every thought is abode of God, every organ is abode of God, every physical body is the abode of the God, the whole universe, Ishvara. That is why that celebrated story, when Prahlad, as a child, was challenged by his father, "Where is your Vishnu?" The word Vishnu means Vyapakatvat Vishnu, which is all pervasive. Where is your Vishnu? He is everywhere. Everywhere. You mean to say everywhere? He is in this pillar, in this palace? Yes, he is there. Where is Vishnu in the palace? Everywhere. We want to see in this stone, this golden pillar. Why the story? Why make it poor? In a gold pillar of the Rakshas king, in this year God also is there. Yes, he is there. He got so angry because when you think something is not existing, when you think something is useless and somebody else proves it and completely dismisses your stupid little brain, you become more brainless. And what is it? He takes the sword and hits at the pillar, jumps out. Narasimha avatar. Why that Narasimha comes out of it? Not only first to prove in and through everything God is existing, but also there was a story for that. Because this Rakshas, he wants to get all the power in the world to subjugate everybody. If that was Hiranyakashipu, all the Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranya means gold. The fellow is totally obsessed with gold. In today's world, everybody is a Hiranyakashipu or Hiranyaksha. In their eyes, there is only money, 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 gold, gold, material, all everything. There is no God, nothing. But the child in him believes in the Absolute. Think of it. So he gets very angry. Tell a person who is obsessed with money making, tell a person who is obsessed with being the famous, a person who is obsessed with being the most powerful person, tell him everybody is same, he can't take it. Why? That he must be superior, that every person must be superior to others has been dinned into our head. How can I be equal? Arey bhai, you are not somebody superior to anybody. There is nobody equal to you. That's fantastic. And that is what everybody is. That is not right. This is where your ego, the ahankar, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu comes in. Why is it difficult for you to accept everybody is same? From which standpoint? We are not talking about your body is same. No. We are not talking about your eyes, your ears, your tongue, your nose, your memories, your perceptions, your experiences. No. Essentially, that which makes you you. What is that makes you you? Suppose your wealth goes away. Shall I say you are dead? Think, friends. Recognize this. Your job is gone. Shall I say you are dead? Because you retired from your job, you are dead? Your marriage is broken, or marriage comes to an end. Shall I say you don't exist? Now you are old. Shall I say you are dead? No. Your memories are lost. Shall I say you are dead? No. Still people will accept you that you are existing. Your existence is unquestioned. If you think you are existing because your thoughts are, your wealth is existing, you shall kill yourself to protect your wealth. But suppose people come in a gunpoint and say, give your car, your house, your everything, take it. Why? Leave me. That's what it is. Your one particular organ threatens the existence of your whole body, you shall cut it off, amputate, remove, kidney, take it. Spleen, take it. Heart, take it, give me an artificial heart. It doesn't matter. Brain transplantation. Anything can be transplanted and transplant it. You take it. But let me be there. Who is that me? Your sense of being is not gifted to you. And I was reading that, I said, what is this International Happiness Day? I googled it up. International Happiness Day. Oh, it is international. And what is important? This is you can give the gift. You know what is the written there? That language, Ishvara, that language which just destroys everybody. Happiness is the greatest gift you can give it to others. My foot. So everybody is busy trying to make everybody happy. How will you make everybody happy? Give him a lady. Give him sweet. Give him a piece of land. Give a little gold. Give a little platinum. Give a little diamond. Give a fancy car. How long? As long as he massages your ego. Papa, mommy, a brother, friend, you are my... You dared me this, you gave me this, you... Suppose one day say, what is that you gave? Your father had given, you are giving. What is that you gave? Your brother had given you, therefore you are giving. Give me back everything that I had given. The son will be taken away from the possession. You will be dispossessed. Be ungrateful to somebody. Be ungrateful means what? You have full right to be ungrateful. But the person who has given, if he thinks he has given, he will feel bruised, wounded, killed, mutilated inside. But a person who says, देने वाला कोई और है, like Raidas. When he was giving something, he was never looking at he'll never look up. He's giving something, he'll put down his head and give the flower to somebody. Somebody asked him, why are you doing like that? Why don't you look at the person's face? He said, if I look at his face, tomorrow when I'm walking down the street, he shall be grateful to me, as though I gave it. I didn't give anything to anybody. Ajgara karai na chakri, panchi karai na kam. The python has not a job to earn his food. Neither the birds are working 4 to 5 or 10 to 5 in some office to get their food. Sabke data ram, somebody else, somebody is providing, the universe is providing everybody everything. Why should I take a glory? Try. So giving a gift of happiness, one thing you can do, friends, is, which you can surely do not give a sad gift of inconvenience and pain to anybody. That you can do. Happiness you cannot. Make me unhappy. Make somebody unhappy. The person who knows that he is the happiness, anandoham. Aham asmi, sada bhami, kadachit naham apriyah. Aham asmi, I am existing eternally, immortal. Sada bhami, always shining the knowledge consciousness that I am. Kadachit naham apriya. At no time I can ever hate myself because I am the bliss, the absolute all-pervasive. Atoham na katham brahma sachidananda lakshanam. Therefore, how can I not be Brahman, the absolute consciousness, all-pervasive, which is eternal, all consciousness, all knowledge, and absolute bliss? Make me unhappy. You can take away the things that I have. And what I have, if I depend on that for my happiness, you can take it away and make me unhappy. Take it. Physical body, you can take away killing. No, how shall you say? You don't have to take it, sir. Time has already taken it. That's why Krishna told to Bhagavad Arjuna, are you stupid? He said, God, I see everybody is grashamana samandat. I see everybody is getting into your yatha nadinam bahavo muvega. As even the nadis, the rivers are running around, running in high speed to get lost in the ocean. The patanga, the insects are running high, flying towards the fire to burn themselves. I see the whole universe is running in you, towards you, always to be destroyed. Why? Bhagavan says, Kalosmi loka ksayakut prabuddha lokan samahartum ya pravruttah. Rite pitvana bhavishanti sarve yevastita pratyanikeshi yodha. Hey Arjuna, Kalosmi, I am the time. Kalosmi tasmat kali. You can call it feminine also. Nonsense. You must see the beauty. In the skeletal body, with mundamala, with all the things, with the head in hand, with these things, beautiful. Beautiful imagery of death and disaster. Death is a part of life. God calls me. I am the time. Loka samahartum ya prabhupada, busy devouring the universe. In and through everything I am existing. Think of it, friends. Which place you can see that? Is in and through everything. Somebody can gift it to you. Happiness, divinity. One thing you can do is, please, don't destroy somebody. You can take it away somebody's thing, which somebody finds a comfort in something. How do you torture people? Whatever you think was, I was suppose giving you 20 rupees and therefore you are feeling comfortable. Now you are no. Okay, 20 rupees not given. Suffer. Suppose the person says, I am very happy without it. Now you suffer. Not that this person's idea is to suffer you. He is enjoying in himself. If you suffer, what can he do? You can take away the house. You can take away the car. You can take away the money. You can take away the youth. The time, anyways, time is taking it away all the time. The memories are also going away. Who can touch you, the Absolute? Is it a gift? Nobody can give it to you. That is why Aho Guru, Aho Shastra. The scripture just reveals it. The teacher, facilitator, just points it out. Just points it out. So how do you celebrate something? Can you do a happiness? Do a dance, do a music, picnic. Understand that point. Building a temple is different from being a temple. In the same body, the structure, you invoke the God in it. You don't invoke, it is already existing. You recognize that, it becomes a temple. It is a temple. My mistake is, I have banished him from my body. Not knowing what the truth is, all pervasiveness is, I have taken this limited to be myself, as though taking this limited to be myself, I have banished the limitless from here. As though. You can't banish limitless. You cannot. It's all in you. As when you cannot banish limitless, the silence, the awareness, you cannot banish the happiness from within you. Sensations you can banish. Nature can take care. Sensation, nature can take care. Your ears are finished, nerves are gone, you can't hear anymore. Your touch sensation may be weakened. Your smell sensation can permanently disappear. Sensation can disappear. Happiness nobody can take away. Imagine, friends. Happiness is not something gifted to be taken away. It cannot be given to taken away. How do you punish people? Take this, baby, eat it, come again, take this. You sometimes you bribe the children, no. Give me a kiss, I'll give you a chocolate. Just for the chocolate, the baby will give you a kiss. But suppose he is not in a mood for eating chocolate, you eat your chocolate. Now you are in trouble because he doesn't like the chocolate anymore. Think of it. You think that will make him happy, so I am going to give it. What a tragedy. That is why you get so disappointed, because your own projections on other people's happiness and cause of happiness gives you an imaginary power over others, and that power is destroyed, gone, pulverized, because maybe the other person out of sheer sympathy was accepting your gift. What shall he feel good if I suppose I don't take, what will he feel? Okay, give me. Think of it. Happiness is not a gift you can give to somebody. Food is a gift you can give to somebody. Hungerlessness is not a gift to somebody. Hunger is there, you finish the hunger, but hungerlessness continuously existing. That's a different dimension. It's a gross physical body, it repeats itself again and again. That is why you can wish away, listen carefully. Physical hunger you cannot wish away because this is gross, physical. You cannot wish it away. Physical diseases, you cannot wish it away. Please understand. That is why, think you are healthy, think you are healthy. Then why this fellow is think you are healthy teaching me nonsense? Why is he dying and suffering? Self-hypnosis. You can do any nonsense you like. When your suffering is because of a thought, you can resolve it in a second. Why? Because imaginary. Like the ghost in the house. It's not there, but you are imagining. Unhappiness is imagination. Understand there is a difference between pain and unhappiness. Pain is not imaginary. Sometimes you can imagine a pain also. But let's not be too literal about it. Pain you cannot imagine. Suppose a scorpion stings you, can you say, oh, somebody is like that. Don't be like that. Scorpion stings like that. It's such a pleasant thing. Don't be stupid. The scorpion, when it stings you, it will be painful. You can wish it away. But when a person stings you with a word, if you are pained, that is imaginary. Suppose you say, you are a high-class rascal. Thank you. You are the rogue. Beautiful. Oh, you are so miserly. Why am I so miserly? Because I am not giving him 2 rupees. He can say anything he like. Understand? Thought-wise, please appreciate. Nobody can ever punish you because thought-wise they are giving you an identity which is not yours. Who you are is not an identity. Are you getting that point, please? Who you are is not a role. For people to make you miserable, they must make you believe the role that they are imposing on you. You are ugly. You thought you are beautiful or you are handsome. Therefore, you are ugly. What is this? Like a stick? What is like a pumpkin? Hey, I enjoy being a pumpkin. What's your problem? I enjoy being a stick. What's your problem? Oh, I enjoy being a brown or black or red or yellow or white. Who cares? People cannot psychologically persecute you if you are aware of yourself being who you are. And the ultimate is Aham Brahmasmi. I am the absolute consciousness, all-pervasive, Ishvara, happiness, Anandoham. Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarva Bhutasasta. Here Arjuna, I am the self in all the beings. When Krishna is busy inviting you to that's not a club to be invited to. That's your birthright. You are infinity absolute. When he says, Aham Atma Sarva Bhutasasta, I am the self in all the beings. Everybody is that. The teacher, one who knows it, busy inviting you, helping you to be yourself, reminding about yourself who you are. And the person who wants to torture you, what is going to remind you? How limited you are. Why you can go on reminding the limitations that I have, but that will no way counteract the limitless that I am. You can remind me, you can continue to remind me all my limitations. You are so ugly, you are so old, your teeth are all different sizes, your left hand is shorter than the right hand. I shall give some I'll add some more obnoxious identification also. You can take it, you can add it up. That will not make me any way ugly because I am Anandam. Then you say, this fellow is incorrigible. Yes, because I did not succumb to your stupid suggestions, right? Thank you. Learn to grow up, boy. Why do you want to be a persecutor of humanity? And long before you start persecuting everybody, you are persecuting yourself so completely. Because if you are a person who is enjoying life, you cannot persecute others. You cannot. And if your enjoyment is persecuting others, you are a hopeless case. You are the happiness, everybody is happiness. Like Arjuna says to Krishna, oh Lord, how nantam na madhyam na punastamadim pasyami vishveshwara vishwarupa. Oh Lord, I see your Vishwarupa, all pervasive forms, where no nantam na madhyam na punastamadim, there is no beginning, no middle, no end of yours. And what can I say, O Lord? Natat swamaha kutobi adhiko anyaha. There is nobody like you. What is the question of bigger than you? Same thing can be told to every individual. Natat samaha. You are so unique, so wonderful, unique and universal. How nice, eh? At once transcendental and inherent. At once inherent and transcendent. You are inherent through everything. Here in you there is nothing. There is nobody like you. What is the question of bigger than you or lesser than you? Wow. Why don't you enjoy that? No, I must be bigger than other people who are lesser than me. That is the silliest nonsense you can ever enjoy. Yesterday I was telling to somebody, a confident person, understand, a person with self-confidence, one who is confident in himself, a self-confident person shall never be either competitive or comparative dimension. He has no competition with anybody, no comparison with anybody. As long as you are competing, competition comes from a sense of inferiority or maintaining my superiority. Comparison comes from same thing, a sense of superiority and inferiority. A confident person, a self-confident person has no sense of comparison or competition. That is why there is no jealousy, nothing of any kind. As it is, oh, he sings so nice, beautiful, thank you, please sing better well. Not that, oh, he's just singing, oh, that means I'm not singing like that, huh? Oh, that is the sickness of the individual. By chance you say, oh, that person dresses very well, so I am not dressing like that, huh? You don't need anybody to torture you. Your every perception will not be meditation, pure torture. Because whenever you see something better, you first look at it, I don't have. Oh, how can he has it and I don't have it? How can she is like that? No. Why everybody tells he is like that or she is like that? Nobody to comment. Ishvara. Such people will give a gift of happiness to others. You can only give sad, painful gift of misery to miserable people. Andhenaiva niyamana yathandha, the blind leading the blind. That's why that thought triggered me, friends. International Happiness Day. When we the human beings shall appreciate, it's an universal day, it's not international. Your being, your happiness, your immortality is not a personal phenomenon, not a regional phenomenon, nor is a national, international, planetary, interplanetary, galactic, intergalactic phenomenon. It is something universal. There is nothing and nobody in this universe which is not touched by the infinity, absolute consciousness. And see that in yourself, where you are in every experience. Come back to the theme that we have been dealing with for the last 2-3 classes. How every experience is material. So yesterday something beautiful came, friends. I wanted to talk to you. I will talk to you. Yes. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You shall hug yourself for who you are. I didn't say you hug me for who you are. No, don't try. You can't touch me. You will hug yourself. Love yourself for who you are. Absolute. Every experience in life is meditation. Please think of it, friends. Take that word experience, Anubhav, okay? Think. So here is a flower. You are seeing it, you are experiencing it, right? You are seeing it, and seeing is an experience. I have explained to you many times. I am going to a little more today. Do you see this? Yes. I see this rose hibiscus, so nice. I experience it. You are seeing? Yes. Now take away. Are you seeing? In your mind it is stuck. Are you seeing means I am showing you the flower. So when I take in the flower, are you seeing? You will say no. No. You are seeing the flower. When I take out the flower, you are not seeing the flower. But seeing is continuous. You are seeing the flower and you are also seeing the absence of it, right? So, if seeing is an experiencing, you are experiencing the flower. When the flower is going away, you are still experiencing. Okay? So, seeing is an experiencing at the level of your eyes. Are you listening to what I say? Yes. Now I am supposed to be quiet. Are you listening? You say, no, you are listening to my quietude. So listening as an experiencing is continuous. You are experiencing the presence of the flower. You are also experiencing the absence of flower. Okay. Now comes the beautiful thing. Can you experience with your eyes the presence of your thought? Do you need to open your eyes to experience your thought? Not necessary. Do you need to close your eyes to experience your thought? Not necessary. So that means even if the experiencing at the level of the eyes are cut off, you see or do not see, it doesn't make any difference for you to experience your thought. So when you say you are experiencing your thought, what does it mean? You are conscious of your thought. To be conscious is the beginning of every experience. In it is the beginning of every perception, every experience. You are conscious of seeing with eyes. You are conscious, you are experiencing the eyes seeing. You are experiencing the experience of eyes seeing. You are experiencing the eyes not seeing when you are closing the eyes. You are experiencing the ears hearing. You are experiencing the ears not hearing. You are experiencing touching something. You are experiencing the absence of touching, the absence of experiencing the touch. So you are experiencing, just see that, play on that word. You are experiencing, being conscious, experiencing the experiences. You are also experiencing the absence of experiences. Are you getting that point, please? You experienced your childhood. Now you are experiencing the absence of your childhood. So the relative experiences are between the relative sense organs. The relative experiences of seeing and not seeing. The relative experiences of hearing and not hearing. The relative experience of eating and not eating. The relative experiences of smelling or not smelling. Your relative experiences of tasting or not tasting. They come and go. These experiencing and not experiencing are happening in the experience on Anubhava Swarupa, yourself, the consciousness, which you can never ever escape. Stop experiencing, you can stop seeing. Relative experiencing, you can stop. Absolute experiencing, you cannot stop. Think. You are desperate. Oh, I can't hear he is talking. Have you ever been desperate? I am so unconscious. No. So see that. Our whole life has been, I cannot hear what he is speaking. I cannot see what is everybody, that bird I cannot see, that star I cannot see. Oh, I cannot taste it, I cannot taste it, I cannot touch it, COVID coming in, cannot taste it, cannot touch it, cannot smell it. Why are you desperate? How desperate we are to touch, to taste, to see, to smell, to hear. But never are you are been made to be desperate that you are unconscious. Are you? Meditation. Do you understand, friends? Relative experiencing, not experiencing, possible. That is why when somebody makes the thought-oriented teaching, you have this information, you are Brahman, so you forget that line, you are finished. Oh, when I sat down there, my whole body, something inside happened from top to toe. I am waiting for that to happen again. It will not happen. So it is a sense experience, sensation. What do you are looking for a sensation? In a coffee, you take a coffee. The same sensation which had given you the best sensation until you reach it, what shall you say? This coffee is not a coffee, this is not a coffee. Right. You have listened to some fantastic music and you have known the intonation, how beautiful maneuvered song. Another fellow says, some nonsense he sings. How do you say? Bad taste left behind. Understand? You taste something, you touch something, you smell something. That can be up and down. And you can say, you'll miss it. Whatever you say, I missed the song that the person was singing. The way he or she was touching or, whatever, giving her some that. My God, that's not there. That's not there. The way I was tasting that curry, that food that my mama was making or my grandmother was making or my grandfather was making, it's not there. You are always missing. What are you missing? Relative experiences and relative sensations. The relative experiences and relative sensations are happening in the presence of the Anubhava Swarupa, Atma Swarupa. Absolute bliss. Somewhere we have completely sold ourselves out. We have been brainwashed to prioritize. We have brainwashed to give prime place of importance to sensations and not your being. That is why International Happiness Day, what shall we do? Mahadeva. That is the worst thing you can ever do in your life. International Happiness Day, so what should you do? What should you do? Happiness Day, what should you do? There is no doing happiness. There is no doing a happiness. Please doing a anger, do anger. Do anger. How can you do a anger? You can be angry. How can you do a anger? Anger can manifest in an activity. Suppose I slap you like this. Just think of it. I slapped you like that. Somebody takes a photograph and is slapped. Then you can say, what are you doing this? This is a slap. We are talking, laughing, he likes me, he does that to me. So you thought everything that taps is a slap. It's not a slap. It may be an appreciation. How do you know? Maybe a long-lost friend, they have come in the airport, they have come back and they are holding each other and crying and all these things. Then you are such a kind-hearted person, you go there and what are you torturing that fellow like that? Get out of this place, stand apart, don't do like that. What will you feel? Because for him, you are crying and you are being embraced. So what does it mean? He has never understood what love affection is, let us say. What shall he say? Oh, he's torturing fellow against his will. And get up like that. Don't do that. What is that? What are you getting that point, friends? How do you take a photograph of a happiness? You cannot do a happiness. How do you take are you getting that point? How do you take a photograph of a satisfaction, friendship, love, affection? How? That is why you can pretend. With your action you pretend. Loving activity, giving a thing is a very loving action. So, take it. Everybody should be photographed. Take it. The day you are taking it back, are you asking people, today I am taking away the land I had given him. Take a photograph. No. For history, whatever I have given, it is recorded. When I took it away quietly, yargume theriyavanda. Yargume theriyakudadu. And the person from whom you are taken away, he also, you will not tell anybody. Why? Because, why make the other person feel more miserable? Hayyo, Ishvara. You understand, friends? There is no international happiness day, friends. Please. Yet, as I told you, you can have it. Nothing wrong. But please appreciate. You can't say, how do you celebrate International Happiness Day? Yoga day, do yoga. Brother day, play a brother. Husband day, play a husband or a wife, or a lover day, play a lover. It's all playing. And next day, you are somebody else. Lucky happiness is not a role to be played. Ishvara, divinity, is not a role to be played. Immortality is not a role to be played. Experience, meditation is not a role to be played. That is yourself at all times, all places, in all conditions. In every relative experience, you are the experience. Remember that statement. You are the experience, anubhava swarupa, consciousness. You are experiencing, your eyes experiencing. You are also experiencing, not experiencing anything. Therefore you don't feel bored. But average person, what? Nothing to do today, I don't know what to do. There is nothing to do today. What is he? Nothing. Nothing to do. Nothing to do also is an experience to be experienced. How do you know you are not experiencing anything? You are experiencing it, no? That is. When I saw that this morning, immediately I wrote it down. I said, oh God, you understand? Instantaneous. When there is no, in a meditation, we are sitting down not to experience anything. In life, many times there will be nothing to experience, but you are feeling bored. Huh? What is this? When it naturally comes on the way. You understand? You can't escape. That is why do not make this knowledge some high-profile nonsense. Any individual, any time, any place, in any condition, you are that. And as I told you, remember the statement, friends, that something which you cannot leave behind to go anywhere is yourself. Work on it. That something which you cannot leave behind at any time, any place, in any condition is yourself. And that which something can be left behind, don't have a hope. You cannot hold on to it. Your home will not be your home always. Your car will not be your car always. Even your body will not be your body always. Your memory will not be your memory always. Your I thought will not be your I thought always. Your faith will not be your faith always. A thought orientation will not be who you are always. But who you are at no time can be a stranger. That is yourself, all times, all places, all conditions. Ajo nitya saswatoyam. Close your eyes, please. Ajo nitya saswatoyam purana. Achedyoyam adayam aklidya asosyevaja. Nitya sarvagata stanuhu achaloyam sanatana. Eternal, all-pervasive, immobile, eternally fresh, sanatana. Going where? Yadgatvana nivartante taddhama paramam mama. That is your home which you can never be away from. That from which you are going away is not your home. It is a temporary residence. Your home is where you always are. And Bhagavan says, Yadgatvana nivartante taddhama paramam mama. Being where you never return. You can never ever lose sight of it. That is your supreme abode. Taddhama paramam mama. Paramam dhama. Param dhama. Supreme abode. Wherefrom you shall never ever can escape. Always blissful in and through every experience of life. See that, friends. It belongs to every human being. It's not a personal, social, religious, political, national, international, interplanetary, intergalactic thing. The universal. Yourself at all times, all places, all conditions. The ignorant man can never ever remain happy with something or other in the world. The wise man can never ever escape being the happiness absolute, always in meditation at all times. It's not a gift that somebody can give it to you or can even take it away from you. Nobody can deprive you of this. Even an ignorant man doesn't deprive you of this, but it andheneva yatha niyamana yatha, blind leading the blind. The blind doesn't, the teacher who doesn't know it cannot take it away from you, but he unconsciously condemns you in a limitation that you are as though inside. But once you are aware, you know nobody can give it, and nothing and nobody can take it away. So the same Hiranyakasipu Hiranyaksha, one was lost in gold. The moment he discovers the God in and through everything, he no more has to be proud of his golden palace, nor need to hate his golden palace. he becomes the Dwarapala of the Vishnu, guarding the residence of Ishvara. And they were the guards of Vishnu in Vaikuntha. Beautiful story. So they are reinstated. In ignorance, they become Rakshas, went against him. In their knowledge, they are reinstated. Vishnu alone is. There is nothing other than him. So you are reinstated in your wisdom, as though you lost it, as though you gain it back. Life is a huge blessing. See that, friends. So remember this class for the flip of a whip, just of a slip of this, what is that one? It was not working, now working. Okay? That much the whole teaching is. This is too much, this is too much. Namaskar.